This story is not about Zacchaeus, but about the Savior and what he can and will do. Notice the way the story ends in verse 10. For the Son of Man came to seek and to save the lost. Now, who was Zacchaeus? We'll first look at his name. We do not know who his parents were or what kind of people they were. But we can infer a bit from his name, which means pure. However, Zacchaeus was anything but pure. His parents expected him to live a righteous life and named him that way. In verse 7, we get a glimpse of his reputation in that society from the reaction of the crowd. He has gone to be the guest of a man who's a sinner. If his parents were alive, they would have suffered the heartache of having a son who crushed all their hopes and expectations. As parents, remember that your child, no matter how adorable he or she is, has the potential to grow up to be called a sinner by other sinners. Zacchaeus was a chief tax collector. During the time of Jesus, Israel was divided into various territories that were governed by the descendants of Herod the Great. But Judea was an imperial territory governed by a Roman procurator, and the taxes were very high there. Wealthy Jews would bid for the position of a tax collector and get even more rich by adding a substantial fee above whatever was owed. There were also publicans like Matthew who collected taxes for customs or tolls on imports, exports, and merchants who came to buy or sell in Israel. The religious leaders especially despised the tax collectors, and they were considered unclean because of their contact with Romans. Their testimonies were rejected in court, and they were not redeemable under the law of Moses. When Jesus made friends with tax collectors, his ministry was immediately under suspect. Zacchaeus did not choose this profession because he wanted to serve the people. Rather, he chose it because he wanted to be rich. The last part of verse 2 says that he was rich. It was mostly ill-gotten wealth. Have a blessed day.